Today is our 10th session, 5th chapter is going on, and today is also a very special day. So all of you know about His Divine Grace, and Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. And today is a disappearance day of Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj. And we will, at the end after the class, we'll have more discussion about Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj. Also, so officially we have the class 11:10, but since it's auspicious day, so from 11:10 to 11:40, we'll have a discussion about Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. And know about the glorious the glorious teachers who are coming all from. Because of them, you are seeing we have received this knowledge. Voice is low. Okay. Is the voice clear now?
Yes, Prji, it's clear.
Now it's okay. No? Okay. It was a little far. Okay. So we start with prayers. Om Agyantimarandhasya Gyanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshu Militam Yena Tasme Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Vadanti Vadantikam Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasha Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaure Sute Namaha Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripire Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktendra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today, last time Anadi Jagannath Prabhu took about the section of conversation between Narad Muni and Vyasadeva. So generally when we talk about Narad Muni, people have seen, in serials or in different serials, Krishna serial or other places, they have shown him a very jolly Muni. But actually, Narad Muni is a very, very great soul. In fact, he's a spiritual master of many, many great personalities we hear in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Narad Muni is a spiritual master of Dhruv Maharaj. He's a spiritual master of Prahlad Maharaj. And he himself is a spiritual master of Vyasadeva, who is a literary incarnation of God and who is presenting the scriptures. Now, so when such a great personality is there, so we want to know how Narad Muni became such a great personality. The Srimad Bhagavatam, Narad Muni himself is telling that how he has become such a great personality. Narad Muni has a completely spiritual body. Right? One time, Ravana called to Narad Muni, please give me Brahm Gyan. I want knowledge so that I can become like you, travel anywhere and there. And Narad Muni said, you are not qualified for this knowledge. You don't have the patisa. So he took his Chandrahas talwar and swing around Narad Muni. And he thought that Narad Muni, his talwar was very special, but nothing happened to Narad Muni. The talwar bypassed, And Narad Muni was laughing. See, that's the reason I don't want to give you knowledge. Because you don't have patience. So, because Narad Muni had a spiritual body, so nothing can harm, and any moment he can go in this loka, heavenly planet, Vaikuntha loka, and he knows the will of the Lord. He is directed, his pastimes and his activities are directed by the will of the Lord of Narad Muni. So therefore, today we are going to discuss more how did Narad Muni become Narad Muni, and also we will discuss about Srila Prabhupada and how many Prabhupada disciples met Srila Prabhupada, and use stories of many Srila Prabhupada disciples and the principles which Srila Prabhupada used in his preaching are given in the 5th chapter of Bhagavatam. In the 5th chapter of first canto Bhagavatam, those principles which Srila Prabhupada made the whole world into devotee, Narad Muni had predicted it 5,000 years before. So what Narad Muni is telling to Vyasadeva you should do, and what Vyasadeva did in Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada using those principles has transformed the whole world, and the whole world, people from different parts have become devotees. So, therefore, as bhaktas, as devotees, we should want to know what are those important principles to practicing in bhakti so that we also can get our liberated status of life. So, we have begun our journey of bhakti. Okay, it looks nice, it gives some peace, it gives chanting, and okay, there's some Vaikuntha also, we can go to Vaikuntha also. So, initially, we know little, okay, it is giving some peace, some happiness. If we do not know the full potency of the process, what we have got. This process is so fully potent, it can give so much that what we cannot think also. What benediction and what benefits we are unable to think that this process has given us, and it's a matter of time this will happen, and this is what the story of Narad Muni reveals to us. So we'll just have a quick revision of what we see last time of Narad Muni's So last time we saw that Vyasadeva, even right after writing all the scriptures, he was not satisfied. And that time Vyasadeva was thinking, I have not sufficiently glorified the activities of the Supreme Lord. And then Narad Muni comes and tells Vyasadeva that why you are despondent, because you have not exclusively and sufficiently tell the glories of the Supreme Lord. And he's saying you have written Mahabharata, you've written everything, but why you're still unsatisfied? Because you have not given the topmost thing to people. See, Vyasadeva is not unsatisfied for himself, he's unsatisfied for the people. Like many times we give one-time sessions, talk about stress management, talk about this management, but afterwards you don't feel satisfied. Only when you tell people directly about Krishna, then you feel a satisfaction of the heart, even in our preaching. But sometimes for new people, you have to give bridging topics. If you directly tell them about Krishna, they ask you, who is Krishna? Why are you talking about Krishna? So therefore, first we have to start some bridging topics, some soul, and then gradually you talk about Krishna. But what actually satisfies the heart of a preacher when he directly speaks the glories of the Supreme Lord. So Narad Muni talks in, then Narad Muni starts telling about his previous life as a proof. So Narad Muni is telling that just you glorify the Supreme Lord, whole world will change. And Narad Muni gave his own life as a proof for this. Okay, if you glorify the Lord, everybody can be changed. So he said, how did I become a devotee? So many times we have a story, how I became a devotee. If you go to ISKCON Desire Tree or website, how I became a devotee. So many videos of so many devotees will come. And each devotee has a unique story how they came to Krishna consciousness. Somebody was going to commit suicide and he got a Bhagavad Gita, became a devotee. Some devotee had come to India, in search of a guru. He didn't got it. And he went back and he saw Srila Prabhupada and he got a spiritual master. So every devotee has a unique story how he became a devotee. So here Narad Muni is telling that how did I become a devotee? And we'll also see the stories of many great souls who became devotees. And then Narad Muni gives his advice to Vyasadeva that what way you should write Bhagavatam, what way you should do preaching, and same principles you see Srila Prabhupada is used in his preaching. So this is more details which I'll not go, which already covered. So yeah. So what is the flow of today's one? Okay. Before we start, I want to show you one document which talks about how in Puranas also there is glories of Krishna, but very less. Like the point of Narad Muni to Vyasadeva was, you have talk about the Lord. Every Shastra, there's a talk about Supreme Lord, Hari Krishna, but not so much as there's a talk about so many other things. So now, for our evidence that how in other scriptures, there is so much talk about the Lord. So I'll show you this document. So this is in This is a verse from Ganesha told Parshuram, Brahm Vaivrat Puran, Eastern Division, Ganapati Khanda. So in this Khanda, all glories of Ganapati is there. So Ganapati is telling to Parshuram, Yato Bhavanti Vishwani Sthul Sukshma Dikani Cha Punastatra Pralayanta Evam Ev Muhu Goloka Urdvam Vaikuntat Panchaskoti Yojanaha Nasti lokas tadudvam cha nasti krishna para prabhu idam shutam shambhu bhaktan maya te katahitam. From Lord Krishna, gross and subtle words emanate and again they merge into him. This happens again and again. 50 crore yojanas above Vaikuntha Goloka is situated. Beyond Goloka there is no other abode, and beyond Shri Krishna there is no master. O Brahmana, this I heard from Lord Shiva that I told you now. So Ganesh is speaking in his own khanda. Where? About the glories of the Lord. Another evidence. Lord Shiva told Narada, Brahm Vaivrat Puran, Brahm Khanda. In this way, that Lord of Rasa dance, who is extremely exportive, one who resides in the heart of Sri Radha, Sri Krishna Paramatma, he is constantly meditated by Vaishnava Bhaktas. That Paramatma is the same Supreme Controller who is worthy of meditation by us. His address is imperishable, Param Brahma and Sanatan Bhagavan. Then Durga Devi is talking about. Durga Devi is talking to Durga Devi and Vaishya Samvad. So Durga Prakriti Khanda, again Brahma Pranam. Earth consists of 7 oceans and 7 islands. Below are the 7 Patala planets. Above are 7 Swarloka planets. In this way, there are varieties of living entities created by Brahma. In every universe, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh reside, but Lord Krishna is a Lord of all. See, every universe, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh reside, but Lord Krishna is the Lord of all. This is the topmost knowledge. The essence of all Vedic study, performance of rituals, visiting holy places, severe penances, worship of demigods, and accumulating pious credit is to attain Shri Krishna. Therefore, a fool who engages in various limbs of religion but is devoid of Krishna Bhakti is considered dead. So this is not Bhagavatam, this is Brahma. But there are thousands of other shlokas and one shloka is mentioned like this. Like Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, we say, and Krishna is a source for Vishnu and Narayan also. So many other Purans also support this statement that direct glorification of Krishna is there. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is mentioned there are 4 special qualities which Krishna have over Narayan. Leela Madhuri, Prem Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, and Rupa Madhuri. Krishna's Rupa is such a way, Krishna is so beautiful, even Krishna sees his own face in the mirror. And he gets attracted. How beautiful am I? And seeing that, his beauty increases. And then he sees himself, and his beauty increases. The beauty of Krishna is none other parallel in this whole world. No parallel to his beauty. His Leela Madhuri. No other avatar of Vishnu or no other incarnation has such Madhurya Leela with his devotees, such intimate associates. It's some Gopa. After Krishna lifted Vrindavan, Govardhan hill. So after that, Gopa started fighting with him. And one Gopa defeated Krishna and said, oh, this is our Krishna only, whom I defeat. So here Krishna is lifting Govardhan hill and one Gopa comes and climbs upon him and defeats him in Kabaddi, in wrestling. So this is Krishna. And the one time is so great, other time is controlled by the love of his devotees. So this Leela Madhuri is only of Krishna. The Prem Madhuri, the Prem of devotees. When Krishna left Vrindavan, all the Vrajavasis for 100 years could not do anything but remember Krishna every moment, every day. There's a prema of Vrajavasis for Krishna. And Venu Madhuri, when Krishna plays his flute, cows get stunned. The stone starts melting. Yamuna, which is moving, just stops, and one place water started to form in Yamuna. So moving creatures stops, and unmoving things starts moving. The stone starts melting, and everything gets still. And all the demigods in the sky, Brahma, Shiva, or demigods with their consorts, they hear Krishna's flute, they get stuck. So this is a power. There's 4 qualities of Krishna: Rupa Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Prem Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, which is so special with Govinda. So it's an ocean filled of ecstatic love. So this part, Vyasadeva Narad Muni wants Vyasadeva to describe all these beautiful qualities of Sri Krishna Srimad Bhagavatam, which will attract heart of everybody. Okay. And therefore, these beautiful passages are mentioned. So now Narad Muni talks about his life further. So how Narad Muni became a great Krishna devotee. So one time, actually he was born as a curse from Brahma. He was a Gandharva in previous life, which you will come to know more story as Bhagavatam goes. He was a Gandharva, but due to some reason, he got cursed by Brahmaji, and he came and took birth as birth of a maid servant, a Shudra. And he doesn't have much education. He didn't went to Gurukul or nothing. Narad Muni then, and his mother was raising him. No father was there, and mother was raising him alone. And mother was doing the chores. Like we rags to riches story. So now Narad Muni got the real riches for eternity. Like people get rags to riches, but that riches only for a short time. But Narad Muni got that riches for eternity. So once during Chaturmas time, the 4 months of the rainy season, some exalted Vaishnavas came to the Brahmana school where my mother was living. Because she was attending to their needs, I also got the opportunity to render personal service unto them. So great devotees came. Four Bhakti Vedantas, they came to the home of Narad Muni. And previously there was a culture, some sadhu comes, people during Chaturmas time, sadhus will not move, the sannyasis, and they will stay at one place during Chaturmas time. So these four Bhaktivedants also came, and previously householders would be very, magnanimous to serve the sadhus. That was the Vedic culture in India. So this Shudra, this maid servant, she came, paid obeisance to sadhus, and they stayed, and she would personally cook for the sadhus. And this small boy Narada, he will go and serve the sadhus, serve them, please eat it. Like I remember my home, like some sadhu will come when I was a small child. My mother will make food and I will go personally serve. And there was a great joy in doing it. Though we don't knew the benefit of it, we don't know no, what is it. Okay. In our Vedic culture, that is there. Even during Srila Prabhupada's time, many sadhus will, his father would call many sadhus there, and every day there will be some sadhu or the other, and he will tell all sadhus, please bless my child that he becomes a great devotee of Srimati Radharani. Of course, by the time the Indian culture had degraded, and many sadhus will come who will do a lot of nonsense things also. So there was Srila Prabhupada's faith upon the sadhus had gone. But one day, his friend Narendra Malik told there is one special sadhu. One special sadhu has come in our town, and he's not like other sadhus. Please come. So first, Srila Prabhupada was hesitant. I have seen many sadhus. What happens, but on the request, he went. And the moment Srila Prabhupada went, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj saw and said, "You're an English gentleman. Why not you go and preach this message of Lord Chaitanya, preach our Indian culture in English language around the whole world?" Like you come, first time you come for a class and you get instruction like that. Think about it. So one thing, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj knew who is Srila Prabhupada and for what purpose he has come. And Srila Prabhupada then started arguing because Prabhupada was a Gandhian at that time. He was fighting for the freedom movement. This is something 100 years back. 100 years back, this all happening, 1922, and today is 2021. we have 100 years back this happening. And Srila Prabhupada is saying, first India should get freedom, then only people will hear our message. And Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj said that time only, even India gets freedom, politicians will not leave it. Corruption will always be there, and what will liberate people is only this message of Krishna consciousness. And what we had seen last 50, 60 years of corruption in India there. So, but what Srila Prabhupada gave to the whole world, that liberated the whole world. So like this, Narad Muni also starts serving. And what is the power of serving great souls? What is the power of serving the Vaishnavas who have love for Krishna? It's something very amazing which Bhagavatam shares. And that is a very powerful way to make advancement in the spiritual life, to remove all suffering in one's life, to remove all misery in one's life. That's what Narad Muni shows. And Guru is also not an ordinary person. See, many times people ask them why people give so much respect to Guru. So not anybody or everybody can be Guru. Guru means he has control all his senses. Rupa Goswami gives the definition, who can be Guru, whom we can accept as a spiritual master. One is control all the 6 Vegas. Jiva Udarupastha Vegam, Manso, Vacho, Krodha Vegam. That he has controlled the Vega of speaking. He doesn't speak anything about anything other than about Krishna or related to Krishna. Vacho Vegam, he has controlled Vacho Vegam. Mansa Vegam, he has no other demand than to serve Krishna. Krodha Vegam, he has control his anger. Jiva Vegam, he has control his tongue. This tongue is so difficult to control, but he has no desire to gratify his tongue. He just eats to keep the body and soul together. Same with Udar Vegam, Upastha Vegam, that he has control even his sex desire. The only person who has controlled the 6 ways is fit to make disciples all over the world. So Guru is not an ordinary thing there. And unless people, and very, very rare soul, those who are very Krishna conscious, They can deliver others. So this was the Bhakti Vedantas. This was the quality of this Bhakti Vedantas who have come to the house of Narad Muni. Although impartial by nature, they bless me with their causeless mercy. So he will go serve them. They will also, show some mercy. Small children, they put their hand over Narad Muni. Even though I was only a small boy. Now, what is the quality of Narad Muni which brought interest by the Bhakti Vedantas in Narad Muni? Okay? So now I'm saying I was self-controlled. I did not speak more than required. I was not naughty. And I was not interested in childish play. Now, for a child to have this quality also is not so easy nowadays in Kali Yuga. Okay. So today we are having first time class in the temple hall of our Bhagavatam session. At the end we'll have darshan of Lord Jagannath, Baldev Subhadra also. Yeah. So, so this was a quality that's, and I suppose if Narada boy was naughty, catching the dhoti of Bhaktivedantas, playing with them, then they would not have given him Krishna consciousness. But some seriousness was there, though he was not fully disciplined, but there. And we will read some of the purports of Srila Prabhupada, where Prabhupada mentions very amazing purport. Prabhupada says in that purport, without being obedient, without being disciplined, and without being self-control, one cannot please the spiritual master. And without pleasing the spiritual master, one cannot go back home, back to Godhead. So three qualities are required in our spiritual life, to make advancement in spiritual life. The first business, Rupa Goswami Prabhupada writes in the preface of Nectar of Instruction, the first business of a spiritual aspirant to control his mind and senses and rise to mode of goodness. Then to make progress becomes easy. So this DOS formula, discipline yourself. Discipline means regulate your life. Not that hopsy-dorpy life. Kabhi sona, kabhi utna, kabhi khana. Discipline your life. Have a discipline in life. Okay, I will get up early morning, chant my rounds. This is called discipline. There. Then obedience to the instruction of the spiritual master. We take vows and obedience, to the instructions of Guru. And self-control. Self-control means following four regular principles. Right? Following four regular principles. No intoxication, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, discipline following. Then one can make a spiritual advancement and focus on the spiritual life. So once with their permission, I took the remnants of their food, and as a result, all of my sins were eradicated. Because of this, and due to serving such great souls, the life of devotional service of Lord became very attractive to. So two things he did, Narada boy, he was serving, because person he was serving, so they blessed him. The Syan Mahat Sevya Vipra Punyatit Shushusha Shraddhadanasya Vasudeva Tadharuti. So how do we get a taste for hearing? Now all of you are coming for hearing this message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Somewhere or other you have served, you have got mercy of devotees. Otherwise it's not possible to come and hear class from me for half an hour, because I will speak only direct spiritual thing without any jokes. So that means you have we all have some mercy, some mercy of great souls. Therefore, we have got this taste for hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. There. Otherwise, you go and tell to college students, they get bored. They are not ready to hear also. There. We go for youth preaching. So it's so difficult for people to understand, there is a God, Krishna is Supreme Lord, you should surrender to Him. You can't directly speak to college youth all these things. First you go, give them some prasad, give them some knowledge about soul, tell them about things, and then gradually they are able to appreciate the glories of Lord Krishna. It's not an easy thing. So all of us are so fortunate, all of you coming for this Bhagavatam, so fortunate that you have so much taste to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is the best thing we can do in human form of life. इतना पैसा कमाएंगे वो रह जाएगा. Whatever we will do for people in this world, people will go away from this world. But whatever time we have spent for hearing the glories of the Lord, that's the only thing which will go with us and take us on back to Godhead. So Swarth Gatim hi Vishnu, the real Swartha, the real Gati for a person when you absorb ourselves in the transcendental activities of the Lord, inhering the transcendental activities of the Lord. So just by serving and taking remnants of Bhakti Vedantas, Narad Muni since eradicated and he got a great taste. And Srila Prabhupada writes, just like you take now COVID, it's very infectious, right? There. Or if some disease like hepatitis B, if you take somebody's jhuta, immediately you get hepatitis B. Same way, if you take the remnants of those great souls, again, whose remnants? Not anybody's remnants there. Only like those are sannyasis or those who are very great souls. Only those people's remnants who have performed bhakti with a great heart. So what devotion they have there in their heart for God, Lord, so that we also get infected by the same there. So therefore, one can take remnants only of the spiritual master. And after that, what happened? The pastimes of the Lord became very attractive. So if we want to have that attraction for Krishna's pastime, serve the Vaishnavas. Hear Bhagavatam from the Vaishnavas and serve the Vaishnavas. In their narration, I heard narration of Lord Krishna's transcendental pastime. And see, Vyasadeva is writing Krishna Katha. He's not writing Vishnu Katha or other Katha. He's specifically mentioning Krishna Katha because Krishna is the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So in their association, I heard narration of Lord Krishna's transcendental pastime. By such regular and attentive hearing, my taste for such topics increased at every step. What would have attracted Narad Muni? They would be telling Kaliya pastime of Krishna. One time, Kaliya, he was in the lake, he was in Yamuna, and he was poisoning the whole lake which was present near Yamuna. And one time Krishna's cows and cowherd boys went and they drank that water. And because drinking that poisoned water, they appeared to be dead. And then Krishna went, now I want to teach a lesson to Kaliya. He goes, jumps into the river, but the sound was as if an elephant had jumped in the river. And he goes before Kaliya. And Krishna and Kaliya is seeing with angry eyes who has come. So first he put his poison there, then he puts his tongue. But Krishna, nothing happens. And Krishna circles around Kaliya. Krishna circle, Kaliya is going, and Kaliya gets Ghanchakkar. And Kaliya's head should do. And then Krishna climbs on the top of Kaliya's hood. Now if you climb on Kaliya's hood, now what Kaliya will do? So Kaliya comes above. And when Kaliya comes above, Krishna starts dancing. Now Kaliya has hundreds of hoods. He has thousands, 100 main hoods and many, many other hoods. There, Kaliya. And Krishna is jumping from one hood to another hood, another hood. Have you seen any Bharatnatyam? People dance. But the real Bharatnatyam, the real classical dancer, Krishna is dancing on the hoods of Kaliya. And any hood it will rise Kaliya. That hood Krishna will put, and another hood, cut there. At first, he was emitting poison. All poison start coming out. Then blood coming out. And all Rajavasis, they were in agony that Krishna, our child Krishna, has been taken by this Kaliya. What will happen? And they were near to death. And Krishna thought, and Krishna came above and started dancing. And because of Krishna's feet are soft like rose. But at the same time, their heart is a thunderbolt. So soft as rose for devotees. When devotees touch that lotus feet, it looks like there's a rose. It's so soft there. Then the softest parts of the body, the Krishna's feet are so soft. And thunderbolt for Kaliya. It's looking like. So first poison came out, then blood came out. So same way when we chant the holiness of the Lord, whatever impurities are there, it comes out. So Krishna is dancing on our tongue. Right? Krishna is dancing on our tongue. Then Kaliya, when the poison came out, blood came out, Kaliya became humble. Kaliya became humble. And then his wives were devotees. Very amazing. Nag Patnis, they were devotees. And they were offering prayers. And Kaliya started repeating the prayers of his wives. And then Krishna left him. But Kaliya said, Lord, and Lord said, Now you are my devotee, but you can go from here. You are troubling. Your poison will trouble us. Then Kali said, Lord, where I go, Garuna will come and trouble me. And Lord said, when I was dancing, I put all my lotus footprints on your head. And when Garuna will see it, it will not harm. So like that beautiful pastimes, when Narada boy, small boy was hearing about Krishna, his heart completely got so much attracted to Krishna that he was just meditating upon the Supreme Lord. So this is the power of hearing Krishna's pastimes. And what happened when this transcendental taste became very strong? My attention became fully fixed on hearing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As a result, the mode of passion and ignorance vanished from my heart. So many sessions we have seen that how passion and ignorance create so much problem in our heart. When we have passion and ignorance, we have discussed that how the cause of all problems, whether we are devotees or non-devotees, the cause of all our problems in life, all tension or anxiety is passion and ignorance. But what happened to Narad Muni? Just by hearing the pastimes of the Lord, the mode of passion and ignorance went away. So pareshani, if you have to remove miseries from a life, only very simple solution is come and sit in a Bhagavatam class. Come and hear Srimad Bhagavatam from proper devotees coming in bona fide parampara. That Bhagavatam has solution to all our problems. Whether we are devotees, whether we are non-devotees, whatever it is, the solution for whole of Kali Yuga, to all problems of Kali Yuga is a message of Srimad Bhagavatam, which Srila Prabhupada has shown with his practical example. A practical preaching that this is the way whole Kali Yuga will be delivered. I love those pure devotees greatly, and with very gentle behavior, I strictly followed the instructions. So what was the quality of Narad Boy? I loved those devotees and I followed their instruction. So one should love the spiritual master and one should follow the instruction of the spiritual master. And when they were about to depart, they instructed in me in Bhakti Yoga, the art of using everything in the service of the Lord to ultimately return back home, back to Godhead. And then he started meditating. Now I want to show some video how Srila Prabhupada did his preaching. Here's a clip from your ever well-wisher. It's very, very inspiring. The sound will come. Sound is coming back there. Yeah, in Zoom we will share now. But sound will go to them. Let's see if sound comes up. Then we will share. And that option I chose there.
Yes, Prabhuji, we are able to hear.
As in New York, Bhaktivedanta Swami gathers sincere followers. The Hare Krishna movement begins to grow. Bhaktivedanta Swami becomes respectfully known as Prabhupada, meaning one at whose feet the masters sit. From Montreal, Prabhupada sends 6 disciples to open a temple in London. Yamuna Devi Dasi remembers.
So we went to London that fall, and although we had no permanent place of residence and we were completely dependent on Krishna, somehow or another, by the enthusiasm that Srila Prabhupada had given us in Montreal, we were able to make contact with George Harrison, who was a member of the Beatles at the time. And he was such a pleasant person to be with. He so much appreciated the Hare Krishna mantra that he immediately said, let's make a 45 record. So we'd cut a record, and he was very pleased with it, did a little background music on it, And it was released, and Apple organized tours for us. We went to Germany and France and had television coverage. And in this way, the London Times wanted to do, the Sunday Times wanted to do a feature on us. And we were able to send the report back to Srila Prabhupada with the headlines, Krishna Consciousness Startles London.
As people come to him, convinced of the Krishna conscious philosophy, Srila Prabhupada accepts them for initiation, not on the basis of birth, as in the rigid Hindu caste system, but on the basis of qualification and sincerity. In the whole history of Indian spiritual life, no one has ever attempted something as bold and seemingly impossible: to transform Westerners into full-fledged devotees of Lord Krishna.
So this is something
But by
first
his
time
intense
happening.
spiritual energy and compassion, Srila Prabhupada is successful beyond his own expectations.
How old is the movement?
Well, from historical point of view, it is about 5,000 years.
Why has it just begun to really catch on in the Western world? I mean, just recently, in recent years, has it begun to sweep the Western world? Why is this?
The Western world, the younger generation were being frustrated with the hippie movement. So, when they saw something tangible, they accepted it.
What things would, if everyone in the United States believed in Krishna to the extent that you do, what would happen to this country? How would it be transformed?
They will be very happy and peaceful. There will be no more hippies.
So the report is asking what happened if everybody believed in Krishna in Western countries. And Papa saying there will be no more hippies. And everyone will be very happy. Is my body, is voice audible now? Am I audible now? Okay. So same way, the whole world, Prabhupada transformed with these principles. Right? And how they. So I was talking, I will talk about how did Prabhupada, so I talk about Prabhupada, how Prabhupada made Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj in 1922. Until 1922 to 1965, 43 years, he was just fulfilling that instruction of Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj that go and preach in the Western world. And 1965, Srila Prabhupada goes to the Western world and preaches. Now I was talking about that how did Narad Muni is telling that how did I met my spiritual master. Now same way, we'll discuss 3-4 disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Of course, every disciple of Srila Prabhupada has a unique story how they met Srila Prabhupada. But some 3-4 stories we want to hear is that how just a touch with a spiritual master transforms a person's life. Like Giriraj Maharaj writes that he would go to some spiritual sangha or something, and he also liked Prabhupada lecture. So he went to meet Srila Prabhupada first time. And the first time Srila Prabhupada met Giriraj Maharaj, Prabhupada said that we are not God. We are not God. We are God's servant. And Giriraj Maharaj thought, that how Prabhupada have read my mind. Because the organization, the spiritual classes that Giriraj Maharaj was going, they were teaching that you are God. And it's written in the bathroom that I am God. But Prabhupada could see it. And there was a lightning transformation with one interaction with Srila Prabhupada, and Giriraj Maharaj surrendered his life to Srila Prabhupada. And now you can, if even anybody meets Maharaj, their life gets transformed completely. There. Same way, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, all of you know. So Maharaj had just come to a temple in Beijing and San Francisco. Rath Yatra was happening, and he came to the temple. He met Jayanand Prabhu, and he got initiation from Srila Prabhupada in Canada. There, I remember one time Jayaprakash Maharaj had given a lecture on Journey Home, how he came to Krishna consciousness. He was saying, I was searching for Guru. I came to India for searching for Guru. I was searching, but I couldn't find the right person. But when I came to US, I got Srila Prabhupada. I got Srila Prabhupada as my spiritual master there. And when Srila Prabhupada brought Jayapataka Maharaj to India, he was 19 years old. So he was telling to Srinathji Prabhu at that time that please give him a permanent residency, permanent visa in India. He's associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And within 3 years, Srila Prabhupada gave sannyas to Jayapataka Maharaj and gave that whole Sridham Mayapur. You take care. You grow it, you built it. I've given you the kingdom of God. And you can see even after 53 years of that meeting, how much Maharaj has touched the heart of lakhs of souls all over the world. So this is the potency of a spiritual master, how he transforms the heart. In the same way, my spiritual master, he came all the way hitchhiking from Chicago in search of God. In search of God, he was coming hitchhiking from Istanbul, from Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, facing all life death dangers, and then he finally came to India. And India, he went to meet many, many Babas. And many Babas, seeing his sincerity, will say, we want to give you initiation. And he was said, I'm not ready. I will take initiation from somebody whom I surrender my life completely to. He said, I'm not ready. So many people came. In fact, he met some of Srila Prabhupada's god brothers also there. But still he was not convinced to take initiation from them. And he was staying in Vrindavan and Barsana. And that's the time Western Srila Prabhupada sent first of the Western devotees to Vrindavan. And they would say, don't stay in Vrindavan, and it's just only for advanced soul and thing. And then Srila Prabhupada came. And Maharaj already met Srila Prabhupada in Bombay before. And that time somehow a kind of, inspiration he felt, which he never felt in his life. And then Maharaj, that's the time Srila Prabhupada came to Vrindavan. And all devotees were telling to Maharaj that time, he was only 20 years old, that living in Vrindavan is Maya. He should not there. But Prabhupada said, oh, very nice, staying in Vrindavan, you like Vrindavan? And the way Srila Prabhupada spoke philosophy, one question came, is God personal or impersonal? And Prabhupada said, God is both personal and impersonal. God is omnipotent. So the way he had the philosophy, it touches so much heart of my spiritual master. And what he liked in Srila Prabhupada, he said that I came all the way from West to India to get Krishna. But it is compassion of Srila Prabhupada that he went all the way from India to the West to give Krishna to others. And such compassion touched the heart of others. So we can see how many, and like that, there's one story I'm saying, Sarup Damodar Maharaj. He was an Indian born in Manipura, where already the devotee culture is there in Manipur. There. And he was doing PhD in West. And that time he met Srila Prabhupada, and all his arguments got answered. And one time, Sarup Damodar Goswami Maharaj, he's that MPD Singh, and he stood up and he challenged the scientists also how life came from chemicals. And Prabhupada will appreciate. See, our one student challenged the scientists, and he's writing PhDs about how God is there. So this is the potency in Parampara. And same potency of Srila Prabhupada is flowing in that Parampara. So even today, if we connect to this great souls whom we are discussing, like that many are there, Gopal Krishna Maharaj and so many Radha Govind Maharaj, so many, if we connect to them in the same flow of mercy, it is still flowing what mercy this Narada boy got. So now, further let us discuss what more principles did Srila Prabhupada preach with. And this is whole story which Jyotisha Madhaprabhu will tell you next week. So I won't go through that story. What happened? So please be there for the next one, because that completes the whole story. So now comes the remedial measure. So first he tells about his life. Now Narada gives advice to Vyasa, describe about Lord's activities. How Vyasadeva should recite Lord's activities. That's what Narada Muni tells. So best remedial measure. I think I'll put the Veda base and we'll go verse by verse. We have another 15 minutes time. Okay. Till now, any question? Does anybody has a question till now? Before I go to the no, I don't know what it is. Any question till now? What we discussed? Yeah. In last life, he was actually a Gandharva, Narada boy. So Narada Muni was not cursed. See, after this lifetime, after Narada boy, he becomes a liberated soul. Then next life, he takes birth as Narada Muni. So in one sense, Narada Muni is the eternal associate of the Lord. But then also, the Narada Muni is also his past life history where he was a Baddha and he became a Nityasiddha. So both the stories come about Narada Muni. So in previous lifetime to Narada boy, he was actually a Gandharva and one time he came to an assembly. But seeing the Apsaras, see the glorification of the Lord was happening and he should supposed to glorify the Lord, but seeing the beauty of the Apsaras, he started glorifying the Apsaras only. And due to which the demigods became a little upset and they cursed him, you become a Shudra. You're behaving like a Shudra, you become a Shudra. So actually who glorifies all heroines, heroes are called Shudras there. But the Vaishnavas and the good people, they glorify only the Lord. Actually, if you have first canto of Bhagavatam, I will request you please read this section. It is very, very amazing. Many things there. He said, one can attain the highest perfection of life simply by attentively hearing of the transcendental passing of the Lord from the right sources, as Sri Narada heard them from the pure devotees in his previous life. This process of hearing in the association of the devotees is especially recommended in this age of horror. I was very attached. So he became attached to the senses, gentle in behavior. All my sins were eradicated in the service. In my heart, I had strong faith in them. I had subjugated the senses, and I was strictly following them with body and mind. So this verse he says, Eta samchutam brahmam tapatraya chikesitam yat ishvare bhagavati karma brahmani bhavitam. O Brahmana Vyasdev, it is decided by the learned that the best remedial measure for removing all troubles and miseries is to dedicate one's activities to service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So there are two aspects are there. One is hearing about the Lord, and second, engaging all our work and propensities in the service of the Lord. So these two methods were recommended by Narada Muni to Vyasdev. So and Srila Prabhupada exactly did these two things. He gave the holy name, he gave Krishna book, he gave Srimad Bhagavatam. In fact, till the time first canto was not ready, Prabhupada did not went to the West. After first canto was ready, Prabhupada said, I'm going with Srimad Bhagavatam. This was the time I'm carrying Srimad Bhagavatam. I'm going with Srimad Bhagavatam, and the Srimad Bhagavatam will preach the message of God. So that was the heart and mood of Srila Prabhupada. So now here Narad Muni is talking about, till now he said that how I heard the Katha and things. Now he's telling that dedicate one's activities to the service of the Supreme Lord, everything will happen. And Narad Muni gives the example of milk and curd. What is the example? A good soul does not a thing applied therapeutically cure a disease which was caused by that very same thing. Like milk, if you eat milk sweet, it causes loose motion. If you eat 2-3 glasses of rabdi, sweet rice, many times happens. Devotees like mango juice or a lot of rabdi, and then they have loose motions. But then to cure loose motions, what you take curd rice. The same milk, when transformed to curd, is used for curing the same diseases caused by milk. In the same way, the same work causes bondage. Same material life, which causes bondage. Same family life, which causes bondage. When used for the service of God, causes liberation. That's the point Narad Muni is saying. And that's what Srila Prabhupada did. Srila Prabhupada did not say to disciples, just sit at home and chant Hare Krishna, they become Bhandanandi. No. He engaged them in so many activities to make them Krishna conscious. Those who are good artists, Prabhupada said, paint for Krishna. Those who are good mechanical engineers, they could make the Rath Yatra cart. Like Jayanant Prabhu was making Rath Yatra cart. And those who are good speakers, Prabhupada said, go out and preach about Krishna. So Prabhupada thoroughly engaged, and by this way, the whole world can become Krishna conscious by thoroughly engaging all our propensities. An expert spiritual master is one who can convert the whole material world into spiritual world. Means what? Engage all activities into spiritual activities. And actually, we also make progress in our spiritual life to the degree we take responsibility. We take some service on behalf of Krishna. It's very, very important. Even we are busy, we should have some busyness for preaching Krishna, about Krishna, some service about Krishna. And that is a sure way to make advancement in spiritual life, which Narad Muni is telling to Vyasadeva 5,000 years before. So what thing? Not just thing. Narad Muni is telling to Vyasadeva that why I have written so many Puranas and deviate the people on the path of Shuddha Bhakti to Karma Kanda. Now you see, after 5,000 years, nobody knows about the scriptures. Nobody, now the current scenario, even Hindus, they don't have faith in the scriptures. They have to go and tell them, why to put faith in Bhagavad Gita. The scriptures are completely true. And now what is happening? They're only receiving Bhagavad Dharma without Karma Kanda. So what Narad Muni has predicted is happening now. And this direct Bhagavad Dharma is bringing so much transformation. Thus, when all man's activities are dedicated to the service of the Lord, those very activities which causes perpetual bondage become the destroyer of the tree of world. And Papa writes here, the propensity of enjoyment. See, one we have propensity for enjoyment, maybe turn into the desire for serving the mission of the Lord. So we have some propensity to work. Like somebody has a propensity, to develop website. To develop websites glorifying Krishna. Right? There are devotees who are making websites there. So everything can be used in Krishna's service, and this is the expertness of the spiritual master. So in this way, once activities change, like you have a propensity to talk, then call new people and tell them about Krishna. So propensity to talk is getting utilized. You have many friends circle, call them for Bhagavad Gita classes. Like, and if you have many friends, ask them, donate Gita or take Bhagavad Gita. So that the friend circle you can utilize. So everything we can utilize for Krishna service. So in this way, once activities change into Karma Yoga, or the way by which one can attain spiritual perfection while engaged in the work for which he has a natural tendency. Here the word Atma indicates the categories of all fruitive work. So rather than what will happen? The karma will go away and one will get liberated. So first one should seek the association of pure devotees, but who are not only learned in the Vedanta, but also self-realized souls and unalloyed devotees of Lord Krishna personally Godhead. In that association, the neophyte devotees must render loving service physically and mentally without reservation. This service attitude will induce the great souls to be more favorable in bestowing their mercy, which infuses the neophyte with all the transcendental qualities of the pure devotees. Gradually, one develops into a strong attachment to hearing the transcendental person Lord, which makes him able to catch up the constitutional position of gross and subtle bodies. See, what is constitutional position of gross and subtle body? We identify with the body. So therefore, anything happen to the body, suffering. Same way, we identify with the subtle body. Like before coming to Krishna consciousness, somebody will say, "Tu mota hai, tu kala hai." We feel, "Oh, उसने मुझे मोटा बोल दिया, उसने मुझे काला बोल दिया, उसने ऐसा बोल दिया." Now if somebody says, "Oh, we are not this body, why to take seriously?" But somebody says, "You are not sincere. You are not sincere. तुम बहुत proud हो. You are very proud, or you are like this." We take it very seriously. Yes or no? Because we identify with the subtle body. But when we make advancement in Krishna consciousness, neither we identify with the gross body and not subtle body. So then there is no problem within devotee circle, no relationship problem. Because relationship problem happens, subtle body mismatch. So, but glorifying Krishna the way Narada the boy did, he heard the glories, engage his mind, our detachment from subtle body also happens. That means mind, intelligence, and false ego also come into control. And then there are no relationship problem between husband and wife. No relationship problem between devotees living together there. How? When Krishna becomes the center there, and the whole world can live peacefully. The Prabhupada created the house in which the whole world can live. And that's why you see in Mayapur, all Canada, people from Canada, Russia, all communities, they come together and live together peacefully, happily. Jai Sachinandan. And say, whatever work is done in this life for the satisfaction of the mission of the Lord is called Bhakti Yoga. So you should engage in the mission of the Lord or transcend the loving service of the Lord, and what is called knowledge becomes a concomitant factor. In fact, what Prabhupada says, even it's not required, knowledge also is not required for liberation. Just engage in service of the Lord. Means we don't need knowledge of many scriptures. Just read Srimad Bhagavatam, engage in self-service, and chant the holy names of the Lord. And then I will say, one should, while performing duties according to the order of Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one constantly remembers him by repeatedly remembering his names and his qualities. So one time I was cutting sabji in the kitchen. And while cutting sabji, I told devotees, so you sing, then I will sing. And we started singing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, and how 2 hours passed, we came to know. And we are saying there was no subject to practice. So that will matter in your mind. Whatever you're doing, so keep chanting Krishna's. Okay, if you cannot chant, put a kirtan there and absorb the mind in the holy names of the Lord. That will achieve full perfection. Right there. So it's not, so first we chant our rounds in the morning time, then we make our life. And I remember I saw one video, simple temple made by Chapati devotees. One thing very much like that many Matajis are coming together, they're cooking in the kitchen, and while cooking, they're chanting the holy name, singing the holy name. And it became such a joyful. In fact, I remember last year, Chaitanya Avtari Prabhu's group, some Matajis had come. And while cutting sabji, throughout they were chanting, and I was so inspired. So when the devotees come together, do seva, or even while you're cooking for the Lord in your own house, if we sing the holy names like this, it's such a special experience there. So this is the way of transforming material world to a spiritual world. Now ask how much money it takes. Like suppose you're going and traveling, you're singing Hare Krishna mantra. Does it take any money? Does it take away your time? So we can do it. If you're cooking in the house, so why not we chant and cut sabji? Why not all activities are doing? We have the holy name of the Lord with us. Or at least put a kirtan, put a Bhagavatam class. So thus he is the actual seer who worships in the form of transcendental sound representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, who has no material form. So one who chants the holy names of the Lord and worships the Archa Vigraha Prabhupada says. That way one can attain all perfection. O Brahmana, thus by the Supreme Lord Krishna, I was endowed first with the transcendental knowledge of the Lord, as inculcated in the constitutional part of the Vedas, then with the spiritual opulences, and then with his intimate loving service. Please, therefore, describe the Almighty Lord activities which you have learned by your vast knowledge of the Vedas, for that will satisfy the hankerings of great learned men and at the same time mitigate the miseries of the masses of common people who are always suffering from material plans. Indeed, there is no other way to get out of such miseries. So what will do? Even those hankering of great learned men who are going to do research, they will also get satisfied. Those who are doing research, right? Research into this, research into that for sake of knowledge. But they hear the activities of the Lord, they get satisfied. I remember when I was preparing for IIT, I had so much desire to learn about protons, neutrons, and all these things. Want to discover what is the best essence behind all these things. And when I heard Srimad Bhagavatam, I said nothing required now. I got all the knowledge, whatever research is required, everything is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Both material also, spiritual also. And at the same time, mitigate the miseries of the masses of common people. Even common people, layman can very much easily appreciate the message of Srimad Bhagavatam for always suffering. And there is no other way to bear. And Prabhupada says, the 4 classes of good man acquire men acknowledge the authority of Almighty God, and therefore such good men, when they are in difficulty, when they are in need of money, when they advance in knowledge, and when they are inquisitive to know more and more about God, intuitively take shelter of the Lord. Therefore, Naraji advises Vyasdev to broadcast the transcendental knowledge of God in terms of vast Vedic knowledge which is already attained. Now, even those who are bad men, they are condemned. But Prabhupada says, Srila Naraji advised Vyasadeva to describe the glories of the Lord just to do good to all 8 classes of men. See, Bhagavad Gita said that 4 classes of men have come to Krishna and 4 will not come to Krishna. But Prabhupada is writing, Bhagavatam is compiled that even 4 types of bad type of people come to Krishna. Maya, Pradyana, Naradhama, Asurim, Cheva. So by reading Bhagavatam, even they are delivered. So this is the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. Vyasdev will describe the glory of the Lord just to do good to all 8 classes of man, both good and bad. Srimad Bhagavatam is therefore not meant for any particular class of men or sect. It is for the sincere soul who actually wants his own welfare and peace of mind. And Prabhupada showed, Prabhupada delivered so many scientists. Prabhupada delivered so many people in different categories. And this is what Srila Prabhupada said. And with that faith, Prabhupada is writing this purport. And we should have that faith, its message of Bhagavatam can deliver the whole world. Okay. So, thank you very much. So, we have a quiz. So, quiz link, Achatu, can you send a quiz link in the chat? And till then, I'll take question answers. And after 5 minutes, we'll begin the class on the glories of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Okay. So, any questions? Not got the link. Okay, I'll send the link. I have got the link. You also want to solve the quiz? I can put the quiz in the forms came. In which Yug Narad Muni was born? This day of Brahma. This is a past name of last day of Brahma, what is given in Bhagavatam. Okay. So there's a question, what is unadulterated devotee? Very nice. What is mean by unadulterated devotee? So very nice question. So yeah. So first I'll send the quiz form. So it is a quiz form. So in case all of you to please solve this quiz, you will, whatever we have discussed, you will get a revision of all that in this quiz. So what is an unadulterated devotee? So Srimad Bhagavatam only gives a definition of adulterated devotee, ahetuki apratihita. That means he is serving the Lord to please the Lord. He serves the Lord just to please the Lord, not to ask any benefit from the Lord. Second, he is constantly engaged in devotional service. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Not that he performs devotional service only for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. He performs for entire life. So if we keep hearing Bhagavatam and keep chanting, one day we will also become unadulterated devotee. And you can see proper disciples who are chanting from 30 years, 40 years, though they may be simple Matajis, but they have great heart for Krishna. So because they're following this process for so many years, though they may be very simple in their life, they may not be, going out for much preaching or something, or not many people may know them, but their heart is full of devotion. Why? Because they perform devotional service over a period of 30, 40 years. So what is very important thing, now we have come to devotional service, never give it up till last breath. And have any service to Krishna at any cross point of time. Never give up chanting and association of devotees till last breath, and any cross point of time have service to Krishna. Within this lifetime, we can become pure devotees. Unadulterated devotee. So I hope you understood the meaning of unadulterated devotee. Any other question? Any other question anybody has? You can take it, I don't know. So adulteration devotee, devotion, adulterated, no, adulterated devotion is akarmic. I didn't understood the question, Madhavi. Okay. Can Chakresh has asked, can we keep the pictures of Lord Narsimdev in house? Yes, we can keep the, and in fact, we should keep the picture of Narsimdev and sing Narsing Aarti. Then Lord Narsimdev will protect you from all difficulties in your spiritual life also and your material life also. So this is the mercy of Lord Narsimdev. So can you clear this question, Madhavi, Lata Swami? Adulteration devotees, devotion is akarmic. I think understood the meaning of it. Okay, can we unmute? Give a chance to unmute. Okay, if there are no other questions, then we'll continue. So now, as I told about Srila Prabhupada disciples, and today is the disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master. Okay, there's a question, how to ascertain the purpose of my life in this Janma? See, anybody, for any living entity, the purpose is twofold. Why this universe is created? To fulfill the desires of living entities and at the same time purify their heart and take them back to God. So this is a purpose, whether this Janma or any Janma, that you want to go home back to Godhead, and whatever propensities Lord has given us, use in Lord's service. So this is a simple purpose of a person's life. Okay. Achitru. So those who are added today, your name may not be there, but you can add the names. So those who are joining today for the quiz, your name may not be there, but you can fill the quiz. I'll tell our Achitru to.
Yes, please.
You make the corrections. So with that, we end our first class and we start our second class of glorification of Bhaktivedanta Maharaj. So we are in Temple Hall. So at the end, we will show you the darshan of the Lord, or somebody can put on Zoom and put the darshan. Zoom say darshan. And so for half an hour, we'll glorify and you will come to know more about our parampara. So officially the first canto class stopped, but this continues with the glorification on such an auspicious day. And I feel myself unqualified to speak about such a great personality like Bhaktivedanta Maharaj. But when we hear about such people, we get purified. So we start. So we'll show you the darshan of Lord in between. Okay, I'll show you one clip in the meanwhile, talking Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Maharaj meeting Srila Prabhupada. It's a part of a drama of Ray of Vishnu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world to deliver all fallen conditioned soul in this age of Kali Yuga. He proclaimed, Prithvi te aache jata nagaradi gram sarvatra prachar hoibe moran. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu opined, anyone who is fully conversant with absolute truth, whether he is a born Brahmana or a Shudra, whether he has accepted the ashram of sannyas or grastha, he is fully competent to act in the role of a spiritual master.
Here,
Abhay Prabhu,
yes, Abhay Prabhu, he had gone to meet Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj on the bank of Radhakund. And Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj was at Radhakund. So that time he gave very important instructions. So that is that conversation they are depicted in a drama.
I want you to spread this message worldwide. My father, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he wanted me to do this work. But my time to leave this world is coming closer. The day I leave this world, there will be fire in the mud.
No, Srila Prabhupada, please do not say like this. We all want you to be with us.
Nobody can stay here forever, Prabhu. Everyone has to leave this world today or tomorrow. Abhay Prabhu, I want you to carry forward this work.
What can I do, Srila Prabhupada?
Abhay Prabhu, spread this message in every town and village. Don't be attached to name, fame, adoration and distinction. They are like the dung of a boar. Remember, Prabhu, Krishna is in the holy name. And remind everyone of this. Always be dependent on the holy name and encourage everyone to chant the holy name.
Your order is my life and soul, Srila Prabhupada.
Write books and print them, distribute them. Books are the most powerful medium to propagate this message. Whenever you get money, print books and distribute them.
I want to serve my spiritual master very seriously. But I am a householder. How can I do that? He is there in Jagannath Puri. I am here in Bombay. I must convey my feelings through a letter. Oh, my dear master.
She shows the great eagerness of Srila Prabhupada to serve Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj. that this was the last. So now darshan is ready. So this was the last instructions. Yeah. Jyotisha Madhav darshan is ready. Here and toilet both. So the darshan of Lord Jagannath. So Jagannath Pradesh was the 19. So you can have the darshan of Vanitrai, Jagannath Pradesh Subhadra, Radhakrishna Chandra. So we will okay. So we'll continue our class on Bhakti Sanskrit Maharaj. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So the prediction was made by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years back that everywhere my glory will be sung all over the world. Everywhere holy name of Lord Krishna will go. And it was in 1896 that Bhaktivinoda Thakur had predicted about Srila Prabhupada. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was born in 1874. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying to the Lord to give a ray of vision, to give Lord's empowered devotee who can actually spread this mission and take out all over the world. And after that prayers, Bimal Prasad, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was born. And he was born in Jagannath Puri. So while Bhaktivinoda Thakur was living in Jagannath Puri during the time of Rath Yatra, is my voice audible? Is my voice audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So the time Bhakti Siddhant Bimal Prasad, as a small child, he was staying in Jagannath Puri. So one time Rath Yatra cart, it was on Grant Road only. So the Gaudiya Math is there on Grant Road. So that's a place where is the birthplace of Bimal Prasad. And the Rath cart stopped. Jagannath didn't move for days together there. Then Bhagavati, mother of Maharaj, thought, okay, let me bring my child for blessings. And as soon as the child came in front of Jagannath, Lord's garland fell upon the child. And Rath Yatra cart started, which was not moving from many days. And seeing this indication, Bhaktivinoda Thakur understood a child he had been praying for has appeared. Even at the time of his birth, when he generally umbilical cord is cut, but his umbilical cord was wrapped around like a Brahman thread. Of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, the umbilical cord was like a Janayu. With that he was born. And the astrologer predicted that he is not a Purusha, but Mahapurusha. And he will preach the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he will be empowered. When I was 3 years of age, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, small child. Why his name came Bimal Prasad? Because there's a Bimla Devi in Jagannath Puri temple. So after Lord Jagannath take Prasadam Bhoga, then the first offering happens to Bimla Devi and then goes to common public. Same way, the mercy of Lord Jagannath will go through Bimal Prasad. That's why name was kept Bimal Prasad. Bimala Prasad. After that, when 3 years old he was, one time Bhaktivinoda Thakur brought some mangoes at home. But first to offer to Krishna, but he was a small child, he ate one of the mangoes. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur asked, it was for offering Krishna, how you ate it? Then Bhaktisiddhanta Bimal Prasad, a small young boy, take a vow that whole life I will not eat mangoes. See, for somebody born in Karnataka, mango may not be so much of a choice. But somebody is born in West Bengal and not eat mangoes is very difficult. If you go Mayapur also, every day they will serve mango in even the prasad also. And mangoes are so sweet. You know, the there in West Bengal, and to say no that I will not eat. And Prabhupada recalls also, anytime anybody will offer mango to Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj, said, no, I have offended Lord, I can't eat mangoes. So this was a devotion of Bhimala Prasad. At the age of 7, he has remembered all 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita. At the age of 7 years. Just imagine how. And not only, he would write commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. He can give a commentary on Bhagavad Gita at the age of 7 years. And his education, any subject, he was so proficient, he'll go to the libraries and remember all. He'll go to the library and remember all the books, whatever he will read. Such sharp intelligence. In fact, before he passed out of college, he was given a seat of professor in that college. You know, you can become a professor, already your placement is done. So sharp he was. Then he dropped out from college because he becomes very famous and think then he may have to marry. So he then left college and went to work under Tripura, the king of Tripura. He was a Vaishnava. For 2-3 years he worked, and after work he was training his child and thing. And after that he was sending pension after Bhaktivinoda Maharaj left also. And he made one August assembly. And August assembly was for only discussing about scriptural truths, the glories of Lord Krishna, and the qualification for that one should be Chir Brahmachari, want to remain long life celibate. So eventually only Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj remained in that assembly. All others got married by that time. And he was such a powerful astrologer that he wrote a commentary of Surya Siddhanta. And still today in one of the university in Calcutta, there's a seat reserved in his name for astrologer. During his time, the seat was reserved for him. Anytime he can come and teach astrology. In that, so this was such high credentials of Bhakti. But he was looking for humble devotion. So in the year 1905, he took a vow to chant 1 billion names, 1 billion times names of Krishna. So every day he will chant 192 rounds, like Haridas Thakur. And what he would eat, only one time khichdi, cooked by himself, and that too using the vow of Chaturmas. Just eating whatever few gulps it comes out. There. We can't imagine the austerities, and this he did for 9 years. And 1 billion, 100 crore holy names he chanted of the Supreme Lord there. And before he wanted to go out and preach, this was austerity he took up of chanting the holy names. And how did he got initiated? A very amazing story. So from childhood, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Now Bhaktivinoda Thakur's glories are very, very special. And we will discuss it some other time. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he would train him. And when Vimal Prasad, he grew up, then he said, you should take initiation. But from a very renowned personality. And that was Gaur Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj, who has taken Diksha from Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and Shiksha Jagannath Babaji's disciple and Shiksha from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He was Shiksha disciple of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And then Gaur Krishna Das Babaji was a Paramahamsa. He was a Siddha Purusha. How was Siddha Purusha? When he would chant, the vibrations will vibrate. The stone also will vibrate Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If he comes and chants here, the walls will also be vibrating Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That was his chanting. And he was so detached and Siddha Purusha, he will be chanting and he will come to know that Baba is doing some nonsense with some girl. That Baba is doing some nonsense. And he will call it, he is doing nonsense, catch him. Just doing his bhajan, he will come to know all that nonsense what people are doing. Such a Siddha Purusha. But materially, he was uneducated. Like he can't even write his name, but spiritually Siddha. See, this is the power of devotion. Just by chanting the holy name of Krishna, he attained all perfection and knew all essence of all scriptures. And Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj was so learned and Bhaktivinoda Thakur recommended to take Diksha from him. So he went and took Diksha But Gautama was like, I don't have any disciples. You are so qualified. Who am I to give you Diksha? I can't give. And then again, Bhakti Bimal Prasad went, no, I want Diksha from you. You are my life and soul. You are my spiritual master. Kandiya, Kandiya. Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings. So he's training Bimal Prasad in that. And then he goes. And then, Babaji says, I will ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if he says, give, I will give you. Then 2-3 times he came. And did you ask? Oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in a dream, but I couldn't ask him. And one day he cried only, no, I need your mercy. Otherwise I'll give up my life. And then God Krishna Babaji initiated Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati and initiated it. One time there was a discussion, even in Navadip, to argue about the supremacy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because where Gaudiyas will chant God Gayatri Mantra was second initiated. But they were arguing how you're chanting God Gayatri. So then Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj, based on different scriptures, Atharved, Chaitanya Upanishad, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu Sahasranam, Shvedasar Upanishad, he proved the supremacy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then, once there was a debate, who is greater, Brahmanas or Vaishnavas? And they say only Brahmanas can initiate, Vaishnavas cannot have their bhakti. And that time Bhaktivinoda Thakur was supposed to preside over the debate in the favor of the Vaishnavas. But he became sick. Then he had to send Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj went for the debate. And many thousands of Brahmanas, thousands of Vaishnavas. And that time was a very heated debate. See, now nobody knows who's a proper Brahmana, who is a what they mean by a Vaishnava. So there is no debate. Everything is atheism now. Right? But it was 100 years before. Just think about 100, 120 years before, what the scenario of Indian culture was quite different. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj first glorified Brahmanas. First, he glorified the Brahmanas like anything. The Brahmanas, even Lord Vishnu says, I serve the lotus feet of the Brahmanas. Brahmanas are the best. And Brahmanas are feeling very happy that he's taking our side. So he glorified the Brahmanas, the real qualification of the Brahmanas, the great examples of Brahmanas. And then he started glorifying the Vaishnavas. And in glorifying the Vaishnavas, even all Brahmanas are amazed by hearing the glories of Vaishnava. The debate ended, and they understood a Vaishnava is even greater than a Brahmana. And when Bhaktivinoda Thakur heard his essay of that, he was ecstatic that the mission of Lord Chaitanya is in safe hands. And now, when Kunja Bihari Prabhu had come, so now Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Maharaj started. Now is a time to spread the mission of Lord Chaitanya. And he goes to Kolkata to spread it. So till now he was in Mayapur. And for people who were living in Mayapur, Kolkata was like Maya Nagari. Kolkata was like Maya Nagari. But he goes there. This is the first time a Vaishnava preacher is going in masses. And he's preaching the message of personality of God. So he was Simha Guru. He found compromise. Because that's how we are getting this message of Krishna consciousness. If we hear, there's a lecture named Legacy of Love. We will discuss how from the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, from the 6 Goswamis, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Maharaj, what all the acharyas have done so that we are practicing what we are practicing in the society. We many times don't have understanding about what great things we are practicing, and so many acharyas have taken so much effort to establish it over 5 centuries. And that's how we have got this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and that's how we have got this Krishna consciousness, and each acharyas have their unique value. And same way, Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj had a unique value to remove all the upper sampradayas. So what happened when upper sampradayas had come, concocting their own philosophy, concocting their own mantras. And Mayavadis, just like all the acharyas, Ramanacharya, Madhvacharya, they did continue Mayavad. Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj also was prominent who would defeat Mayavad like anything. And Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj, one time, one policeman came to Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj that one fellow has given me bribe to kill you, so that they will kill you and I should be quiet. So please be. So I didn't took the bribe because how can I take a bribe for killing his holy sages like you? So please be careful. But he was completely fearless. And this brahmachari ashram, what do you see, the sannyas, and thing was because Goswamis never took sannyas. They were Babaji Diksha. And even God Krishna Das Babaji Diksha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he also took Babaji Diksha. But it was Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the one who introduced sannyas in our Sangha. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, none of the people he found took sannyas. Either Babaji or renounced order. But he took sannyas and incorporated the sannyas ashram for the purpose of preaching. And how did he took sannyas? Amazing. He took sannyas in front of the photo of God Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. Because at that time there were no proper renunciates present there. With the rituals of Sri Sampradaya, he took sannyas in front of the photo of God Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. And his training, and what we see many aspects, Mangalarti, book distribution, is all incorporated by Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj. Because, see, very amazing you see in this world, when Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj came, printing press came. When Srila Prabhupada came, aeroplanes came. And now when lockdown has happened, Zoom has come. So the Lord has made all arrangement for devotees to spread Krishna consciousness there. And Bhakti Maharaj fully utilized, the printing press. Dhrad, Madanga. In Madanga you play, it goes only for some time repeat. But when you print a book, it goes anywhere, any place. In fact, one yogi received Bhagavad Gita in the Himalayas while doing tapasya, and he came and became a devotee. So from there, one place I think, there are places where no inhabitation, there Prabhupada goes and somebody becomes a devotee. So this is called Dhrad there. Sometime one person was going to commit suicide and he received a book, became a devotee. So where the Dhrad Madanga will go, and this is introduced by him. And he was a revolutionary spiritual master. Yukta Vairagya. The principle of Yukta Vairagya was brought by Bhakti. He was a sannyasi. But that time only there were few limousine cars in India. And he had the one limousine. And he would go there in that to preach to normal people. And people say, who has come in limousine car? Sadhu has come. A sadhu has come. So they will become very interested too. Who is a sadhu? And then he will give a message and people will become devotees. And like that, he will travel from Kolkata, so many, 64 Gaudiya months he created within few years' time. And his brahmachari pastimes are very nice and amazing. One time, when he's training of brahmacharis was very amazing. One time, one brahmachari was a fund collector. So he was collecting the funds. He was not getting. So he applied a technique. So there was one favorable well-wisher who was a mayor. So he went to his house. And while returning, he said, can I go in your car? And can the car go through that place? So he took that mayor's car, or I think commissioner's car, through the street where he had to do fund collection. So he went through that place. So people saw that he's coming in commissioner's car. So people were very much respected. They were giving donation. So he collected a lot of donation and then told to Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj. Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj said, give all that donation back. We don't want to cheat people like this. So he would train brahmacharis very always lived with a lot of full integrity. One time there was an opening of temple. Many brahmacharis come together and they're opening a temple and they called Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj. During the time of temple, one prominent brahmachari was missing. And Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj, where is he? And they told that he was talking to some Mataji, and that's why he said, you go out of the ashram, you should not This because he was not properly dealing with one Mataji. Yeah. So then Bhakti Maharaj said, how can you do like that? And we chastised him and he went away. Then Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj said, till that time he comes back, I will not open that temple. And everything is ready for temple opening, everything is ready. And everybody is feeling, what will happen? And one devotee remembered that he was a watchmaker before in a wash shop. So they went and they found him in a wash shop and again bring him back and the temple got opened. So one devotee he will value so much. And to his disciples he will say, Das was me. I am your Das. You are my I am your servant and you are my Guru. So this was the mood of Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj. He said, I never made disciples. These are all my Prabhus. These are all my Prabhus there. There was one disciple of Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj named Jagat Bandhu Prabhu. Jagat, and after initiation again, Jagat Bandhu Bhakti Ranjan Prabhu. Now the Jagat Bandhu Dhar was looking for a guru. And when he heard from Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj, he got attracted. And he was a big businessman. And he saw the time that there was a, like you might have heard, this temple in Kolkata, Bagh Bajar. So before it was a very small place. And many brahmacharis, sannyasis stay, many will sleep on the floor only, many will sleep on this, near the staircase only. So hardly there was any place. So Bhakti Maharaj wanted a big place over there. So this disciple, he sold all his business properties to make that temple. And it was the first of the innovation of that temple. Jagat Bandhu, so dedicated, wanted to give every pie for the service of the Sudarshan Master. So he built a temple. Even he sold his own house to build the temple. And he made the whole temple with him. And then when he came, then he was asking. Then Bhakti Maharaj that he has sold his house also in the thing. Then he gave one room to him in the. So this was. And Bhakti Maharaj will always glorify him. Any classes there. See, Jagat Bandhu Prabhu, he built a temple of the Lord. He sold his beautiful house. But he is the happiest man in the world. He is the happiest man in the world. And he will, and when he passed away, Bhakti Maharaj wrote a letter, wrote his own encouragement. He personally spoke about him. And any time a discussion came about, Bhakti Maharaj was always grateful to this disciple. So see the dedication, the Vani of Bhakti Maharaj that brought so much dedication in so many disciples. One time there was a pastime in Vrindavan. Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj was giving a class. And there's an option. Like we have an option that you can go to Melkote Yatra or attend a camp. So yesterday some devotees went to Melkote Yatra and some devotees wanted to attend a camp. So same way the option was given to the devotees. If you want to go, you can go and take darshan of Sheshashai Vishnu. If you go to take darshan of Sheshashai Vishnu, it takes 2 hours time from Vrindavan there in bus. So that time would take probably more in cart and other things. And or you can hear the lecture of Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj. So many disciples went to take darshan of Sheshashai Vishnu, but Srila Prabhupada stayed back. Srila Prabhupada stayed back. And Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj noticed. And Prabhupada told, no, what will I see from this eyes? But by hearing from Guru, I will be able to see the Lord. And Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj noted that, and when Prabhupada initiation was there, he said, he likes to hear, and he will preach well. So who can be a good preacher? Who hears well. So like that, there's so many beautiful pastimes of Bhakti Saraswati Maharaj there. And he was so revolutionary when workers will come to make the temple, he will have them give them bidi. Now though he's preaching that practice 4 regular principles, but when he has to get the service of the Lord done, and those workers will not work if you don't give them bidi, so he will tell somebody to make bidi for the workers also. That was a revolutionary vision of Bhaktivedanta. And he will utilize everything in the service of the Lord. And he would bring, and actually he is a manjari in the spiritual world. He is a manjari in the spiritual world. There. And this identity was told by one of his few disciples of identity of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And he was always in a mood of separation, serving Srimati Radharani. And he said also one occasion that we are not devotees of Krishna, we are devotees of Srimati Radharani, and we worship Krishna because Srimati Radharani worshipped Krishna. At Radhakund, he was making the statement at times Srila Prabhupada, right? Because she is, the Nayan Mandir is very close associate of Srimati Radharani. So it's great. Pastimes, the great master, there's an unlimited ocean of the glories. And on this day, we pray because you're getting this Krishna consciousness, whatever you're getting is by their mercy, by their endeavors. So on this day of Tirubhav Divas and others, it's a heartfelt duty of the disciple, of grand, so we are grand disciples of to offer our homage, offer prayers, and therefore we celebrate such beautiful days. So we'll end it by singing one beautiful song, Jayanilo. So thus we end our class. So thank you very much for joining, and please keep coming for this first canto classes and hearing this. Thank you very much. So we'll sing some song.